This is the tomb of Abraham. Now, when we focus, the idea of the building was that when we focus and look at these markers, we're connecting to the essence of Abraham.
Yeah.
So there you go. We added this nice English, tomb monument. That's why we say the tomb monument, of the patriarch Abraham.
Hey folks, Erick Stakelbeck here. Welcome to a special edition of The Watchman. There is Jerusalem, and then there is Hebron. It's one of the most important places in your Bible where King David began his rule and where the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are buried along with their wives, the matriarchs Rebekah, Sarah, and Leah. Today our good friend Yishai Fleisher takes us to this ancient biblical city and to a 2,000-year-old structure that houses the Cave of Machpelah. That's the very place where the biblical patriarchs and matriarchs are buried. Take a look.
Eric, we're about to go into the tomb of the forefathers and mothers. It's a Jewish building, and so we have something called a mezuzah. A mezuzah, it's a weird word, but it really means it's a little Torah scroll. Not the whole Torah, it's got some chapters, and it's wound up, and it's inside this thing. What we do is we put a scroll at the entrance of our door. We remind everybody that we think about God as we enter a place. We also remind God, we say, come into our house, come into this building. Now, we used to have a regular mezuzah, like a silver kind of...
A smaller, usually. This is the largest mezuzah I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, the thing is that during those days that the Muslims take over here, sometimes we've had them rip off those silver housings. And so instead we put this thing on. You're not going to walk out with this thing, okay? No. You can't walk out. But also it gives us another sense that we wanted to show, which is what says here, Shar Gan Eden, the gate to the Garden of Eden. And that's what I was telling you, that according to Jewish lore, this is the entrance to the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve are buried here. And so they tell you this is the gate of the Garden of Eden. So that just gives us a real sense of where we're going, and that's exactly where we're entering. So let's go to the Garden of Eden.
Lead the way, Yishai.
All right. Okay. Eric, you made it.
I made it.
You made it.
And it was worth it.
Yeah, you made it to Abraham's tomb. This is the tomb marker. It's important to understand.
Right.
This building is like a box that you worship on top of the tombs themselves. The tombs are below the building. Okay? This is a ceremonial kind of place that you get on top of, and this is where you can touch the tombs below, but the tombs really, the cave complex is underneath the building. Herod, 2,000 years ago, put down this floor. Look at the floor, Eric. Look at the floor. 2,000-year-old floor, right? When you go to the city of David, they've uncovered the pilgrimage road, which is maybe the most important quarter mile in Jewish history. But they've just uncovered that. This thing never got covered up.
Never.
Okay, this is a 2,000-year-old floor. You're standing on that right now. All right, and Herod, in his brilliance, included these things. Here's a word that British people know: cenotaph, or tomb marker. He included inside this building 6 markers, equidistant from one another, same size, men and women. And we just got to the marker of Abraham. This is the tomb of Abraham. Now, when we focus, the idea of the building was that when we focus and look at these markers, we're connecting to the essence of Abraham. So there you go. We added this nice English, tomb monument. That's why we say the tomb monument, of the patriarch Abraham. Now, you see that it's covered in a Muslim cloth inside, and that makes sense since they were controlling this place for like 700 years. Today, we share the site. But in any case, this is the founder of it all.
Yes.
This is Abraham.
This is Abraham, and we cannot, no one, I guess, can go into the cave complex where they are buried.
Well, the truth is my colleague, Dr. Noam Arnon, was one of the people who went down there in 1968 and again in 1981 and did study there and did take archaeological evidence of the place. And we found evidence of First Temple Jewish bones and Jewish artifacts.
Dating back nearly 3,000 years.
We found their evidence of the First Temple of Jewish artifacts and Jewish bones, and that is all the way back for when King David was around, right? So it's from a long time ago, and the building itself is a Second Temple building. But in any case, these markers are original to the building. the original to the building. And people come here all over the world, and I hope that more of the people that watch this program today will come and connect to the founder of it all.
For a Christian, I mean, Yishai, such a special place. I am awestruck to be here. Abraham's here. 2 markers for Isaac, Jacob, Rebekah, Sarah, Leah.
You know what? You know what, Eric? You said everything.
Doesn't get better than this.
You said everything right, but you said something a little bit wrong.
Okay.
Okay? You're right, those people are buried here. But they're not buried Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, and Leah. No, they're buried as couples. Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Leah. This is the first family.
Yeah.
This is love. You know, do you remember Virginia's got a tagline? Virginia is for lovers.
It's for lovers.
Right? I always say Hebron is for lovers. It's about couples. It's about couples. It's about the first love. It's about the first family values. It's about the first family of Israel. And it's the family really of all of us that believe in Abraham's way.
Folks, if you like that segment from Hebron, we did an entire 2-part series from that city. You can see it at tbn.org, episode 204 and 205 of the Watchman TV show. Again, a 2-part series from Hebron. While you're at it, be sure to subscribe to the Watchman News channel right here on YouTube and click the notification bell so you get alerts every time a new video is posted from our Watchman newscast and the Watchman TV show on TBN. Thanks so much for watching. God bless you, and remember, never hold your peace. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the Watchman newscast. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, click subscribe, and tap the bell icon to turn on notifications for new Watchman newscast episodes every weekday.